You send a text, nothing comes back. 5 minutes pass. You check if it delivered. It did. It says read, still nothing. So you send another one. Sorry if that came off weird. I just meant you explain the joke. You explain the tone. You explain what you were thinking when you typed it. They still haven't said a word. 10 minutes later, you send a third message walking back half of what you said in the first one. Then they finally reply. One word. You just handed over 3 messages of explanation. They handed over 4 letters. That's not honesty. That's a leak. In this video, we're looking at why silence reads as power, why explaining yourself reads as weakness, and how to build the kind of quiet that makes people uneasy. Every conversation is a trade, information for information, but most people trade at a loss. Someone pushes, they fold, someone stares them down, they fill the gap with words. Silence breaks that trade. You stop paying, and the moment you stop paying, something strange happens. The other person starts explaining themselves to you. Here's why this works. The human brain hates a vacuum. Say nothing after a comment, and the other person's mind starts filling in the blank. What does that silence mean? Are they angry? Bored? Do they know something? Therefore, silence doesn't feel neutral to them. It feels loaded. Compare that to over-explaining. Every extra sentence you add hands them more to work with, more to pick apart, more to use against you later. But silence gives them nothing. No thread to pull, no contradiction to catch, no tone to twist. That's why people who talk the least in a room often get read as the most dangerous. Not because they know more, because nobody can tell what they know. Manipulators count on your discomfort with silence. They ask a loaded question, then wait. Most people can't stand the gap, so they rush in to fill it. They over-justify. They apologize for things they didn't do wrong. The manipulator didn't win that exchange. You handed it to them. But flip it. Let them ask. Let the silence sit. Let it stretch a second past comfortable. Now they're the one who has to fill it. Now they're the one revealing what they actually wanted from you. This is the part most people miss. Silence isn't passive. It's not you shutting down or freezing up. It's a decision to stop performing. Kids do this naturally before adults train it out of them. A toddler denied something doesn't negotiate. They don't over-explain their feelings. They just go quiet or they scream. Nothing in between. Somewhere along the way, most of us get taught that silence is rude, that not answering immediately is suspicious. So we fill every gap, every pause, every uncomfortable beat with words that weaken our position. So we talk our way out of power we never had to give up. Here's how you take it back. First, stop answering questions you weren't actually asked. Someone implies something with a raised eyebrow or a loaded tone. You don't owe a verbal response to a tone. Second, when you're pushed to explain, give 1 sentence, not 5. 1. Then stop talking. Let the silence do the rest of the work. Third, practice sitting in a pause without rushing to end it. In a conversation, count 2 full seconds after someone finishes speaking before you respond. It will feel unnatural. That discomfort is the habit breaking. Fourth, notice who gets uncomfortable when you go quiet. That discomfort tells you who was relying on your talking to control the exchange. None of this means going cold or shutting people out. It means you stop spending words you don't need to spend. The people who unsettle you most in life probably don't say much. That's not an accident. That's the entire mechanism. Silence doesn't ask for permission. It doesn't defend itself. It just sits there, and it makes everyone else do the work.